And the National Assembly Finance Committee wants the government to settle all the pending bills owed to sugar companies before their leasing is undertaken in the ongoing plan to revitalize and commercialize the state-owned sugar companies. The Francis Kuria-led committee, which wants millers to be banned from importing sugar, also wants better management of the sugar levy fund, recommending that 30% should be allocated to sugar research and factory rehabilitation, with each getting 15%.
The National Assembly Finance Committee, led by Molo Member of Parliament Francis Kuria, has concluded its retreat as they sought to consider the memorandum by the National Treasury, which was tabled before the National Assembly by the Leader of Majority, Kimani Ichung'wah, on the 22nd of August 2023, with proposals on what steps to take to revive the crippled public sugar mills in Kenya. Among the 15 proposed strategic interventions by the National Treasury to revive the sugar sector was the merger of Chemelil and Muhoroni sugar companies. In its resolutions, however, the National Assembly Finance Committee has indicated that farmers from Chemelil and Muhoroni do not support the merger of the two sugar factories. However, the two factories support leasing. According to the memorandum by the Treasury, the 5 sugar companies, Nzoia, Muhoroni, Miwani, Chemelil and South Nyanza, had debts amounting to 128 billion shillings. The committee now wants the government to settle all pending bills in relation to farmers' arrears and staff salary arrears before the leasing is undertaken. The committee has also resolved that the Commodities Fund, which is mandated to provide sustainable and affordable credit and advances to the agricultural sector, should continue to manage the Sugar Levy Fund, out of which 15% should go to the sugar research, 15% for factory rehabilitation, 40% for cane development, 10% for infrastructure, while support for farmer organization and administrative costs should each get 5%. And to further safeguard the interest of farmers, the committee recommends banning millers from importing sugar. On the other hand, farmers' organization and cooperatives may be allowed to import sugar to bridge the gap when necessary and profits be plowed back to support the farmers. Speaking in Kakamega County, where he joined a section of leaders from the Lake Region Economic Bloc for a sugar summit held on Friday at Masinde Muliro University, National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula reiterated the need to streamline the importation of sugar.
You must come up with clear regulations. If you are given a portion of the shortfall to import, do you have the right to pawn it to barons? And if you do, what are the consequences? Because every choice has attendant consequences. We must also define those things very clearly.
Wetangula said that Parliament will be recalled next week on Thursday to fast-track the sugar bill for its third reading before the House.
I've also put top priority Honorable Wangwe's bill to conclude second reading, and I've given here an opportunity we'll go straight to third reading on the same day.
The leaders who joined millers, farmers and other stakeholders from the sugar belt called for urgent solutions to what is bedeviling the sugar sector.
We are having a very destabilizing level of corruption in the sugar sector in general, and that is why today we are having this conversation so that we can talk to each other.
If we want to discuss issues, we start from the problem. The problem was created by us. When we disbanded Kenya Sugar Board, we created a more fast thing called AFA. I was the chairman of the Agriculture Committee. We have to say the truth, Mheshimiwa Toma.
We cannot be speaking about the same thing for the last over 20 years. I hope that as we are gathered here today, it's going to be the turning point.
It is my hope that by the time this conference comes to an end, we shall have a clear picture as sugar sector stakeholders on the way forward while putting the interests of the farmer first, without repeating ourselves on what we already have resolved.
The two-day conference ends tomorrow with the leaders announcing plans to present their resolutions to the head of state. Safin Aching Omar, Citizen TV.